You ever feel like pissed off when like fast food is now taking advantage of us? You're like, we had your back. McDonald's, Taco Bell, I'll do Arby's. I'm like, all you guys. I had to set them down. I'm like, when people came at all of you respectively and accused you of feeding us, me, your loyal consumer, horse meat, I was here the whole time. Oh, there's glass and fingernails and chicken nuggets. Stood by your side. Oh, this is horse meat and butthole from something, Taco Bell. I ate your tacos still. Arby's, it's human skin. Well, guess what? Give me 2 and some Arby's sauce. I stood by their side. And then now they're going to look at us and be like, actually, my tacos are $4. And here's your bill of $45. I'm like, what do you think, your Cheesecake Factory? Who the do you think you are? Hey guys, hope you're liking this episode of Small Things. We're getting into some fun stuff. Speaking of fun stuff, I have some shows coming up, and I need you there. This coming Saturday, I will be in Austin, Texas on November 30th. I know it's the weekend after Thanksgiving, and you know it is what it is, but I need you guys there. If you're listening and you're from Austin, get there. Next day, I'll be in Fort Worth, Texas on December 1st. That's going to be fun too. Come on out. We're going to have a good time. And then the next week, I'll be in Stamford, Connecticut, followed by New York City. And after that, Sacramento and San Francisco. Guys, we have a good run coming up. If you guys are listening, I need you there. It's going to be a great time. Next year, January, I'll be in Charlotte. February, I'll be in Boston and Minneapolis. And last but not least, Seattle in March. We got more dates coming up. Hit me up. Where do you want me to go? Fill out my form on my website so you guys can get the updates. And again, thank you for watching this episode of Small Things. Like, comment, subscribe, and continue enjoying.
You bring her out, you have her hold small things. You bring her out, you have her hold small things.
It's time to think about things that we call tall. Really isn't anything big, it's all small. I'm getting mixed feels knowing what the pod brings. Cause it's a big deal listening to small things.
You bring her out, you have her hold small things.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Small Things. We're back, baby. It's good to be back. I'm excited. Thanks for watching the thing. I just was getting yelled at my computer because I ejected a disk improperly. I love how much our computers yell at us for not ejecting things properly. Hey, why don't you stop yelling at me about things I eject, and why don't you stop spying on me and taking my information and my data and giving it to everybody under the sun? Everybody has our data, whether you think they don't. They do. I have your data. Data swirling around. I got 1 billion emails. I don't even know who the frick these are. And I have them. And I email a lot of people for my comedy tour, and they don't write back. So guess what? Half my data, it's basically useless. I really don't care. These computers, I mean, technology in a nutshell, I don't like it. It pisses me off, dude. I mean, what is... are we using Facebook? Have you guys been on Facebook lately? I mean... outside of just scrolling, I mean, as somebody who tries to use it more, that platform is just so frustrating to deal with. Buttons don't work. They change it every day. You can't talk to anybody anymore. And you know what? That's all we need. Let's go back to the day where you can just make a phone call and say, what is happening? Help me. I need customer service. Bring me back to the good old days. Remember the good old days that everybody keeps talking about? I love when people are like, take me back to the good old days. They have like a picture of the 20s. I'm like, yeah, I'm not really sure that was particularly the good old days. I mean, good as far as like, I don't think anybody now would enjoy living in the 20s by any means. You think you're like this old school guy. Trust me, you'd be bored after like a day. You would be bored. You'd be alone. See, my question is, if you went back then, would you know about now? Is that an option? I mean, I wouldn't want to know. Maybe I'd go back in time if I didn't know. But I don't know. I think about this a lot. Where would I go back? If I had the ability to go back in time, would I go back in time to like high school? Would I go back in time to like middle school? And you know what you know, knowing what you know now, I'm like, maybe I freaking would. I don't know. But that's the thing. I wouldn't. I would not go back in time. I'm a guy, let's just start going forward. that's just when people say they want to go back to this day, that day, live then, it was better then. Guess what? You're living in the past, man. You got to strap up your boots, put your belt on, and just make it work moving forward. You know what I'm saying? These people, they're so living in the past. Why don't you enjoy now? Because you know what? When now is later or now is the past and you're later and you're freaking regretting it, it's just a mess. Enjoy now, make it work. So I'm not going to go back in time. I would go back in time. I'm going to get back to that customer service thing. I'm going to get back in time to, I would go back in time to like see, I don't know if I would want to see either the dinosaurs or the pyramids. I don't know what else I would want to go see if I were to go back in time. Definitely, I mean, I think I've been on TikTok, Joe Rogan talk, but my TikTok is flooded with aliens and stuff like that. I think pyramids trump the dinosaurs for me, although I'd like to see what they look like. But, you know, we see the bones. We see bones enough where I don't know if I'd even need to see what's going on there. But the pyramids, bro, you spend a day on TikTok, you're like, how were those pyramids built? What did they do, huh? What aliens came around? What means and methods? I mean, I'm a guy, you know, we always hear these strategies of like, you know, there's no way those fucking idiots could have done it themselves. I'm like, imagine if people like from Egypt were to listen to the way we speak about them now. They'd be like, well, fuck you too, bitch. We did this without all your shit. You couldn't even do it now with all the stuff you have. You need the internet to have fun? Look at you worthless fucks. We're building pyramids that are baffling people to this day. I don't know. I would go back to the pyramids. I think that'd be sick. Know what I thought about? Speaking of aliens, boy, this is a fun, trippy episode already. I'm loving it. I love where my mind's going. I was thinking, we see all the alien footage online. I think it's crazy. I think it's compelling. I think there's aliens. I don't know. I believe it. I think aliens look at us like we look at bugs and ants. We just don't care. We interact with them, we look at them, and we walk away. Aliens look at us the way we have people going in the middle of the Amazon jungle to film fucking lizards and monkeys. We're the lizards and monkeys. The aliens are us. Where they're probably like, what the fuck is this? And they go back to their friends like, did you see that thing over there? It flashed and then they go back and we're gone. And, you know, that's what it is. Life is very repetitive. There's a lot of patterns. I feel like the movie 23 right now, where once you think something, you see patterns everywhere. But I was thinking about aliens. And this is a good theory. I've never heard it. Hypothetically, we start interacting with aliens a little more. It's a little casual. They start showing us their fucking stuff, or they're like, we don't need to see yours. We've been watching it for billions of years. I'm like, well, why don't you show us some cool things? I was thinking, if aliens have been around as long as they have, what if aliens, when we do interact with them, they actually have like photographs or video that they can show us of back then, of the pyramids, of fucking, because they're surveilling us. I mean, clearly we're being watched. What if they had dinosaur footage? They had pyramid footage. They had, you know, and here's a crazy statistic. I've said this on the podcast before. We have the from now until the past, whatever we have documented, it is only like 5% of all of history. So now you got to think, these guys are going back. There's wars and whatever. I mean, things were happening before they were like, we should probably write this crap down. We should probably write this down so one day somebody can be on TikTok or Facebook and look for it and have an issue and try to get a hold of customer service, and they can't, and then they realize how hard it was to do everything that we've been doing this whole time. Give them credit. Anyways, there's no fucking phone numbers. You can't get shit on Facebook. Good luck. Good luck getting a hold of anybody to help you. On Instagram, good luck getting a hold of anybody to help you. I saw one time, I laughed at it the first time I saw it, but one time my Uncle Rick, great guy, he was on Facebook, and he remember vividly, he made a status, and he goes, what the fuck is the number for Facebook? I can't get a hold of anybody. I'm trying to use this, that, and the other. I don't know what I'm doing. And I was like, That's funny, old guy, and now I'm that. Now I'm like, no, that guy had a goddamn point. He had a fucking point, and you know what? Where's the number? Where's the number for everything? You know, I will contradict myself. I did have a call with Facebook for some ad related stuff. You guys don't care about that. I'm just trying to freaking seep into your subconscious by sending my ads and for my shows. But I did talk to somebody, and white guy about to say something that could sound like he's getting in trouble, but it was people from India I was talking to, and guess what? Wasn't helpful. I mean, I'm not trying to get all, Pledge of Allegiance on you guys, but it's just what it is. There was a language barrier. It wasn't much help, and I'm like, Facebook, why don't you just hire people in this country to fucking help out so I have a clue of what's going on? And again, they were helpful to some degree, and it was no animosity, but you think Facebook's this fucking Zuckerberg company, and he's just outsourcing the way Nike does, baby. Speaking of Facebook and my Uncle Rick, great guy. One time, funny story. I love that age with our technology. Isn't it funny? Like the older age plus technology and the internet now is just not a good mix. There's zero. That's oil and water. You're never going to see someone in their 60s just fluently using Facebook without doing something incredibly wrong. Their status is just a Google search. They don't know what they're doing. And I remember one time in the middle of the night, Tommy, my stepbrother, you might be watching this. You were the one I reached out to. But anyways, Uncle Rick was on Facebook, and I remember scrolling at night, and I saw his page, and I was like, what the fuck? I saw a picture of him and his girlfriend. They did like a selfie at the beach, and I don't know what he did, but it was one where you see a preview of multiple uploads in that post, and I was like, man, what is that? I saw it quickly. It was a selfie of him and his girlfriend, and then right next to it, he accidentally uploaded a porno to Facebook, and he did two. One was a screenshot of a female ass, and then the other was actually the video. I don't know why he had this vintage video on his phone, and after a nice day at the beach, I remember the post. I don't have it on me, but I will put it if I clip this. He had a wonderful post about him and his girlfriend, and then next thing you know, we went to upload it, and I'm like, did your finger slip? And also I'm like, again, with the porn on the phone, I love that right there. That like, he didn't even know you can go on the internet. You don't need a paper trail. There's no evidence when it's on your phone. You can wash your history. Your phone looks like a good Catholic boy. Instead, this guy's keeping fucking shit on him. That's like, it's like bringing food to a restaurant. Dude, you don't need the food on you. And if anything, you're just going to get yourself in trouble. But it is what it is. So yeah, I don't know. That's a good guy. But I've been working out. I go to the gym. I'm so sick. I gotta say, people, for those of you who go to the gyms, you're gonna understand this. And maybe it's not. I actually didn't notice this outside of LA as much as I do in LA. But if you can resonate, workout at LA Fitness, which is the biggest piece of shit gym in America. If you're watching this, you guys suck. You do nothing right. Equipment's disgusting, and that's not even the worst part. The worst part for me is that you don't reprimand people for not taking the weights off of the machine, off of like the machines, or putting dumbbells back wherever they want. Why do gyms not have somebody patrolling to some degree? I mean, I understand you're not going to babysit people. It's a communal thing, keep it respectful. But it's like, at what point are you not going to like have somebody walk by, and when somebody has 4 45-pound plates on a machine and then they just get up and walk away, like, do something. Do a little bit. Get in there, be like, hey, by the way, I know you're a huge piece of shit 90% of the day, but in here, maybe just kind of tighten it up a little bit. Maybe take the weights off. I mean, that's just that part. There's the lack of re-racking weights. And then there's just people not putting dumbbells back. I mean, I spend half of my workout looking for dumbbells that I can use. I mean, the other day, I will say this. I was talking to my girlfriend, Mandy. She's not here. She's at a movie right now, so I'm just home alone, just doing this. Anyways, I was talking to Mandy, and I was like, the only silver lining with people not putting their dumbbells back, and you like, hypothetically, I was using 50s, and I was like, I need 60s, and I couldn't fucking find them. And I was like, the only silver lining of not being able to find your dumbbells is that you have to scale up faster than you thought. Like I had to use 65s when I was trying to use 60s. And I'm like, in a weird way, I guess that like messy bullshit makes you work harder. But I mean, I don't know. It's frustrating. I don't like the gym. I mean, she got a membership to Planet Fitness, and I was like, you know what? Am I going to become a Planet Fitness guy now? Which honestly, people shit on that place. I'm like, I'll go there any day of the week because you know what? I like it quite a bit. But anyways, Mandy's great. She, like I said, I'm home alone, so I'm lost without her. It's funny, she's been reading a lot lately, and, I never knew she was a big book person. I mean, you ever watch somebody read, you're like, oh, you're smart. You're a smart person. Like, it takes a certain person to be entertained by books, and I feel like you have to have a level of intelligence to kind of want to nuzzle up on the couch with a good book. And I was kind of like, wow, all right. I didn't know I was living with frickin' Einstein over here, just digging into books. And I'm a little standoffish. Like sometimes she's like, you should try reading. And she shows me her books. And I'm just like, I don't know. I get offended. She showed me this book one day. I swear to God, I was like 3 inches thick. And I'm like, it shouldn't take anyone that long to explain anything. I mean, you'll just pick up any book and start going into it? Jesus Christ. If you saw what a conversation was going to look like before you engage with somebody, you'd be like, absolutely not. I mean, let's wrap this up. How come I'm the only one keeping books, holding books' feet over the fire the same way we do with people? Jesus Christ. If you guys looked at me and I was just a thick book of a conversation, you'd be like, I'm not engaging with that person. But anyway, she's showing off her thick books and blah, blah, blah. And then one day, book after book, week after week, I come to find out she's been reading erotic novels this whole time. This girl's just reading porn in front of me all hours of the day, lunch, just in my face. It was almost like insulting. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're not even trying to hide it now. It was like, which is like, that just goes to show how hard it is to get a woman off. It takes 379 pages of just chapters and words and storylines and editing and authors and rewriting. I mean, just wrap your head around a vagina in that little nugget just goes to show what it takes to get a girl off. I'm like, foreplay, I'm not studying for the SATs. I mean, it's literally just a book. That's mind-blowing. And I mean, what would a guy's erotic novel be? I think it would just be a piece of paper with one boob drawn on it. I honestly, that's all I would need. I would just need one boob drawn well, pencil drawing, preferably with shading. Remember they taught us how to shade a sphere in art class? Give me a shaded tit and I'll be like, I'm fine. I don't need Christian Grey doing run-on stories about unzipping pants and all that crap. But anyway, she's reading porn right in front of my face. And what's crazy is women will still give guys a hard time for watching porn. Isn't that crazy? I'm like, we're in and out. Guys are in and out. Porn, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, back to our Legos. We're not even at least we're not reading the script. Ew, you're studying porn. Oh, I'm sorry. My porn's a minute long. What chapter porn are you on? We don't have chapters. It's like me getting up and taking an intermission for watching a porno. But I will say she's been pretty good. Enjoy the books. Have fun with your books. We've been trying to do sexting lately, which is always fun. So, hey, that makes her better at writing stuff to daddy. And I'll be honest, she's pretty good. She's channeling her inner, midnight streams. I don't know, is that the name of a book? But her 50 Shades of Grey practice has been coming off pretty good, in my opinion. She's writing me some very descriptive paragraphs. Very painting the picture, how the sun is going to hit my ass. I mean, she's beautifully just describing the things she's going to do to me. And I mean, I love reading it. I will say this. After reading the things she sends me, I understand why women read those erotic novels. I would do that. I don't think I can last. I mean, it would take me 3 years to read it. One page, done. I'm not touching that book the rest of the day. Once you nut, you're not touching any more pages, if you can even open them. But anyways, yeah, I love reading. I love reading her sex. Know what's hard, though, is writing back. Replying with a horny text is very hard. I don't know if you guys know that. She writes me this beautiful thing. I wrote back, I want to see your pussy on Thursday. My phone was like, do you want to make an event for that? I'm like, not really. No. I didn't know Siri was eavesdropping this whole time, like some creepy assistant. Like, would you like to make an event for pussy on Thursday? I'm like, no, I don't need that in my calendar. She's like, you have a scheduling conflict at 2 p.m. because you're going to be calling Facebook. But if you'd like, we can do 3 to 4 pussy on Thursday. What do we think? Do you want me to ping her? You want me to loop back around? Siri starts hitting me with some corporate chatter. I don't know. I want to drink right now. We had a fun wedding. I think I talked about it last time. Went to some brewery for their pre-party thing. I love breweries. I love breweries because it's just... I love how any building can be a brewery now. There's zero, like... If anything, breweries have this interesting knack of being like, if we look as disgusting and industrial as possible, people seem to like it more. Breweries have zero budget for any sort of interior design. They go, give me a factory that looks like it just stopped selling clothes 2 days ago, and I'm going to sell beer in it, and people are going to think it's awesome. I mean, how low is the bar for interior designing in breweries where you just need to have 4 garage doors and picnic tables, and people are going to be like, wait, we don't have to go to this conditioned restaurant with a bar inside. We can actually go sit in a giant hall with trusses and fucking, it feels like every brewery feels like you're in a vacant Costco. And you know what? It's fine. I don't know. I don't know much about breweries. You know what impresses me? My girlfriend, every time we go to a brewery, she knows more about the beers on the menu than I do. Like a lager, a Pilsner, this, that, a dark amber ale. She actually knows what that is. I look like a fucking idiot with it. Like, what kind of beer do you want? I'm like, what tastes like Bud Light? They're like, go home. Get out of here. I'm like, I will leave. Tell me where to go. What do I leave out of the loading dock? Do I have to call my Uber at the loading dock? Your fucking brewery. Goddamn, you go to a brewery, get 3 beers, you're blackout drunk. You're like, can you warn us that these beers are 13% alcohol? It should be, I should see the red flag when I'm drinking it out of like a shot glass. And they're like, that's our new hoppy, extra hazy lager ale. And enjoy. It has nutty undertones. You're like, there's zero nut. I've never tasted any of these hints of chocolate. You're like, have you ever drank a beer or a wine and been like, yeah, I can taste exactly what they're describing? I'm like, I taste literally none of that. I taste alcohol and the same flavors I always taste. And now I'm drunk and I'm tasting the hot dog that I'm eating in my kitchen over my sink. That's me, baby. You give me 4 drinks, I'm eating hot dogs. I'm real easy. Girls, you missed out. My girlfriend got me right hot off the press. I'm one of those drunks. Me and my buddies back home. You give me fucking 4 beers, we're in a drive-thru somewhere. I mean, honestly, that easy. I'm not one of these bougie whites where they're like trying to do family style at a fucking place where they're spending $300. You give me fucking 4 drinks, I'm eating a hot dog on a curb. And guess what? That's fun. I love that. That's my life. I love that part of life of just simple shit where there's no ego involved. You'll find me at a Chili's any day of the week. I will eat at Chili's, Applebee's, TGI Fridays. 1, it's good, and 2, Taco Bell thinks they're fucking. All these fast food places just have egos now. You leave a fast food restaurant, you're like, why is my bill $50? Not to mention, it's like I take it as offense where I'm like, I come here when I'm hammered. You're my late night boo, and now you're gonna fucking stab me in the back. I've been coming to you for years. You ever feel like pissed off when like fast food is now fucking taking advantage of us? You're like, we had your back. McDonald's, Taco Bell, I'll fucking do Arby's. I'm like, all you guys, I had to set them down. I'm like, when people came at all of you respectively and accused you of feeding us, me, your loyal consumer, horse meat, I was here the whole time. Oh, there's chicken and glass and there's glass and fingernails and chicken nuggets. Stood by your side. Oh, this is horse meat and fucking butthole from something, Taco Bell. I ate your tacos still. Arby's, it's human skin. Well, guess what? Give me fucking 2 and some Arby's sauce. I stood by their side. And then now they're going to look at us and be like, actually, my tacos are $4. And here's your bill of $45. I'm like, what do you think, you're Cheesecake Factory? Who the fuck do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Coming at us like that. I'll fucking drive my car into that building. You think I'll fucking be drunk? You think I'm hitting the drive-thru next time? I'm going to kamikaze my way into that fucking building. Go to Panda Express. I'll fucking kamikaze into Panda Express. You bet your ass. Charge me fucking $20 for a bowl of your dog shit chicken. You're like, don't make me do this. But anyways, I'm a Chili's guy now. But that's me. I'm a fast food. I'm low level food consumer. We're trying to eat better, but it is what it is, to say the least. I always think about like food. I always think about food. I think about food and if money was involved. And it really doesn't change the level of cuisine I'd eat, but it changes how I would eat it. Like if I was rich, think about this. You always hear these stories of rich people where I heard like Jay-Z never wears the same pairs of socks twice, or like weird stuff, weird things. Who was it? I heard a funny detail. My girlfriend's dad, apparently he doesn't like to use a towel more than once. And I'm like, that's some bougie stuff. I'm using towels till they feel like tree bark. I didn't know people are on that level. But anyways, if I was rich and I wanted pizza, I would order so many pizzas that I can get full by just eating the first bite. The first corner of every piece of pizza, that is the best bite. And I think that's something I would do. I would get 40 pizzas and just eat the first bite of every piece of pizza and then just give the rest away. That's my white trash. If I won the lotto, like, what do you think I'm going to do with this money? Oh, I'll tell you. You give me 12 Dominoes, I'm eating the first bite of every one, baby. And you bet your ass I'm going to do that. That's what I like to do. I don't know. We're not going to go to a restaurant. You ever go to these restaurants now? Restaurants, they're either dark or they're playing the saddest music ever. Hey, restaurants, let's fucking pick it up. I don't need to hear Adele. Moaning or Sam Smith moaning the whole time as I'm trying to eat sushi. One time I was at a sushi restaurant and the girl I was seeing at the time started crying because the music reminded her of something sad. I mean, at what point do we not just ramp it up? I'll take EDM, I'll take some like pool party club music over fucking me listening to the saddest shit on earth. But, that's what it is. You get older, life makes you sad. Life gets harder as you get older. Let's get deep real quick. Life gets harder. Life gets harder as you get older. I'm going to become a goth. That's what I think. I was like, I want to be a goth. I'm ready to be a goth. I always saw kids. It's always funny seeing children be goths, these middle school kids, where they're like, life's hard, life sucks, the corporations are getting... I'm like, you're not... What are they ruining for you? Your free lunch? What are they taking from... I'm the goth. You're not a fucking goth. I'm a good goth right now. I'm pissed off at Facebook, pissed off at these companies for these Taco Bells and these McDonald's for stabbing us in the back. I'm pissed off at breweries for just thinking we're dumb, not caring about the atmosphere. I can be a goth. I would be a fucking good goth too. That makes more sense than some 6-year-old stealing his mom's eyeliner. You're like, okay, you're not gonna goth me. I'm gonna goth myself. Anyways, I'm gonna end on this because it's probably no one listening anymore. I hope you guys are having fun. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun shit. But I don't know. You guys, hope everyone is enjoying life after that last episode of Divorce Court. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking the election. The election felt like a long episode of Divorce Court where we're watching two past lovers bicker over of what they want and why they would do better than the other one. I mean, that's exactly what it was. Your mother's retarded. And then she's like, he touches women. And we just heard them bitch. And one's saying they're going to do this and the other's going to do that. And then they're saying this one's lying, that one's lying. You don't like women. This one doesn't belong anywhere. It was a lot. It was a lot to take in. And you know what? It is what it is, because at the end of the day, I'm this guy. It doesn't matter. Let him do his thing. Let her do her thing. Hypothetically, if she won this. I live in LA. People out here reacted like it's the end of the world. I mean, people, I'm going to say this as a positive note. You're going to be fine. Everyone's going to be okay. I know there's some grim scenarios that might pan out. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think anytime there's an issue, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I think that's the way to look at everything. Enjoy your lives. Go to get Taco Bell. Get fucked up. Have a drink. Go get a Taco Bell. Enjoy your life. Everything's going to be okay. I think we're going to be fine. People have each other's backs more than you think. And this is the last thing I'm going to say. It's about my dad who faked cancer to get money from my grandmother. It says, growing up, my dad liked ugly women. After my mom, he'd date really unattractive women, and it was confusing. So let that sink in. Ponder on that, and we're going to come back next week, and we're going to kick off with that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. I hope you got to the end, and if you didn't, you're trash. If you're not listening, you're trash, and if you're listening, they're trash. You're good. Leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching Small Things.
Really isn't anything big, it's all small. I'm getting mixed feels knowing what the pod brings, cause it's a big deal listening to small things.
You bring her out, you have her hold small things. You bring her out, you have her hold small things. You bring her out, you have her hold small things. Hold small things.